The top video games in April worth checking out is actually a pretty sizable list, and I'm going to go in the reverse order. I'm going to start with the end of the month and kind of work my way backwards, because actually the second half of April is where most of the games are coming out. So starting out at April 30th, this is pretty exciting. Sea of Thieves is finally coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. The only major question is there going to be crossplay day one? For those that have actually never played the game, it could turn out to be a little frustrating to suddenly be thrown into the deep water, or the deep end, as it were, with people who have been playing Sea of Thieves for 6 years, or maybe less. But still, lots of people have been playing Sea of Thieves since day one. Now, there is the Safer Seas environment that they came up with, and this is launching coinciding with their new season. But if you do want to sort of take it easy, figure out what you're supposed to do, and kind of get your feet wet, no pun intended, I would recommend Safer Seas. It's more of a tutorial environment. It's not actually an environment where you can have genuine progression and genuine sort of working through all the various systems. It's more so just so you can kind of learn the basics of the game. So if crossplay is bumming you out when that finally hits, then I would highly recommend maybe taking your boat into Safer Seas. So that's April 30th, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. They will finally get to enjoy Sea of Thieves. Probably the biggest game of the month is Stellar Blade, landing on PlayStation 5. This is April 26th. Featuring really, really crazy and exciting combat. And the day that this upload goes live is the day that the demo goes live. So if you are wanting to check out a demo of Stellar Blade, it does go live on March 29th. So it's about an hour long from what I have been told. I will be checking it out. So if you're watching this video, you can check out my live stream of that demo for my feedback. The combat looks incredibly fluid and fast. Lots of commentary, obviously, on the looks of the main character. But there is, from what I can tell, pretty dope armor you can put on her if you prefer not to have her sort of running around in what amounts to, in my opinion, is just sort of like lingerie. But for me, the main focus of this game is the combat and the various weapons that we've seen, both from the guns to the actual blade that she's able to use. So keep your eyes open. Stellar Blade, PlayStation 5, April the 26th. Now, on the exact same day, a game hitting PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox is Sandland. So if you're in the mood for something from the maker of Dragon Ball Z, rest in peace. This is sort of the last thing we've been told, at least that's what I've seen reported. This is sort of the last thing from Akira Toriyama. So art style might look similar to you, and this thing is getting high praise already. I've seen some reviews and some previews that are saying it is very, very fun, and that, they're liking it. I actually think it looks like a really, really fun game. Looks like it blends a lot of different game types. I'm seeing some of the sequences that kind of remind me of almost like a Borderlands cel-shaded Armored Core, with some other really cool environment. So this lands the same day as Stellar Blade. So if you're kind of bummed out you can't play Stellar Blade, but you're on PC or Xbox, check out Sandland on April the 26th. Now, the next one is a bit of a remake or a bit of a remaster. This one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Wrath of the Mutants. Now, this is coming to the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, the Switch, PC, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series consoles, and this is April the 23rd. So this one is, again, I think, well worth checking out if you're looking for just a fun romp of 4-player co-op. Everybody loves a good Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and I really enjoyed Shredder's Revenge. So if you're looking for some good knock-around 4-player co-op, and if, hey, everybody loves a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Check out this one on basically every single platform, from PC to both previous gen PlayStation, previous gen Xbox, as well as PC and the Switch, and that again is April the 23rd. Now, on the same day, April 23rd, again, the back half of April is kind of a little bit more stacked than the front half. This one is going to be for fans of Metroidvanias, especially if you enjoyed Prince of Persia. This is Tales of Kenzera. This is landing on PC, PS5, Switch, and the Xbox Series consoles. And again, this is on April the 23rd. It features fast, fluid combat as well as Metroidvania elements you're seeing there with like double jumps and sort of, grappling to different surfaces. You may have seen this trailer during one of the events where the guy that made it it was very touching, it's very heartwarming. A lot of this has to do with grief and the loss of his dad. And I've heard nothing but good things about this game. I'm very much looking forward to this. I love the fact that we're sort of getting a return to form with Metroidvanias, you know, fast and fluid. If you haven't checked out Prince of Persia, I loved it. I beat it. It's probably going to end up being one of my top games of the year. I've not played a Metroidvania that I've enjoyed that much since Ori, both Ori's and Hollow Knight, and this game looks like it's going to be right in the same vein, if not maybe a little bit more exciting, because there's more ranged attacks in Tales of Kenzera than I utilized inside of Prince of Persia. So again, this lands on PC, PS5, Switch, and the Xbox Series consoles on April the 23rd. Now, the next one is a little bit lesser known. You might not have seen this. This is sort of an action roguelike that you can play with other players, and this is called ArcRunner, and it is coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, the Xbox Series consoles on April the 19th. I love the use of color and light, very cyberpunk meets Tron, and it's very, very cool looking. And also some of the instances that might show up in this trailer, looks like they maybe have taken some inspiration from Returnal as well. Some of the environments and the bosses get a little bullet hell, and it looks like a blast. I love the fact that roguelites are starting to show up where you can play with other players. Playing Returnal with another player is an absolute blast, and ArcRunner is currently available on Steam in early access, kind of like just, I believe it might even be a demo if you want to check it out, but it officially releases on April the 19th for basically every platform and old-gen platform except for the Nintendo Switch. So PC, PS4, PS5, the Xbox One, and the Xbox Series consoles, again, on April the 19th. Now, PC users are going to really be excited about this next one, because no rest for the wicked. If you have not paid attention to this, this is from Moon Studios, the guys that made Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. They're taking their hand at an ARPG that's also very Souls-like. It's very challenging in the combat, a lot of gameplay out there. It also features up to 4-player co-op. I'm very excited about this game, but it's entering early access on PC on April the 18th. So again, this is great for the PC users if they want to check this thing out. I cannot wait for this game. I will probably feature this game on the channel when this enters early access on April the 18th, even though I tend to gravitate towards consoles for my game sessions. Really excited. I love Moon Studios. I love what they bring. I think their art style, their use of lighting, they just do such a great job. Their games, both Ori games, just have so much character and just so much texture that I cannot wait to play this game. Now, I am a little concerned about the Souls-like combat with the camera angle. I'm also, if you've noticed, some of these areas are a little cramped, like the area that he was just in. Not quite sure what the co-op's going to look like in some of the more cramped areas, as well as some of the boss arenas, but I am looking forward to that one. Now, the next one is an exciting one for people who are on the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, or the Nintendo Switch. But if you're on Xbox, you've already been playing this if you like these kind of games. Grounded comes to PS4, PS5, and Switch on April the 16th. This is one of the Xbox first-party titles that are making the jump to other platforms, and I have played this game. It's pretty punishing. If you have arachnophobia, stay away, but there is an arachnophobia mode to turn those spiders into lovable globs. But it is a pretty tough game. Like, don't let the cute exterior fool you. It is a survival game, and the spiders and the hornets and the various bugs, they'll rip you up. So, but this game has received tons of praise, and it is releasing. It has released in 1.0, I should say, and those that are playing on the Nintendo Switch and the PS4 and the PS5 can check this out on April the 16th. Now, I've got two more. Now, one's an honorable mention, but another one might be, again, one that is a little lesser known, but it reminded me of another title, so I wanted to include it. Ereban Shadow Legacy hits PC, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series consoles on April the 10th. So it does appear that this one is not hitting PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch, but it is hitting the old-gen Xbox One, the Series consoles, and PC on April the 10th. Now, this game reminds me of Origami, if I'm pronouncing it right. Very stealth-focused game. And essentially, the principle of this game seems to be that you're sneaking around and trying to take out these robots. So I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's got its own art style. It's got its own feel and vibe. Some of the gameplay demos I think have looked like a blast. And again, I love the feel of the game. So this one again is landing on April the 10th. So this one kind of starts off the month for me. I feel like it kind of kicks off the month, and then halfway through the month it starts to really pick up the pace once you get beyond the 16th. Lots of games in the second half of April. So I hope you found this video useful. If you like the video, subscribe, bell button, like button, all those things. But don't forget, honorable mention. We don't have a date yet, so this might end up getting pushed. I'm not sure. But number 10 of 10 games that are worth checking out in April is Dave the Diver is coming to PlayStation in April. We do not yet have a date. Now, we also know that the Godzilla DLC for Dave the Diver is coming in May. Wouldn't surprise me if maybe that Dave the Diver date gets pushed to May and just coincides with the Godzilla DLC, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe once we get into April, they'll officially announce the release date. I did a quick Google search. I checked the latest trailers, and they all just say coming to PlayStation in April, and then the Godzilla DLC is coming in May. We know that Dave the Diver has been kind of a cult hit. Everybody loves it, and it's exciting to see it hit other platforms. Good for those devs. Always good to see indie devs get lots of love, or maybe not indie devs, but smaller devs and smaller projects get lots of love and get lots of praise. So there you have it, the 10 games worth checking out in April. If this video was helpful to you, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the like button, leave a comment below. What are games you're checking out this month? Maybe I missed some. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.